Hey guys, Drix here. Gonna do a little commentary here over my new record for my Terraria hard mode speedrun. Finally got a sub 30 run in, so I figured I'd just do a little commentary here, talk about what the run is about, what I do, and why this one went so well. So for those of you who haven't played Terraria, in order to get to the hard mode of the game, you need to first dig to hell, which is the very bottom of the map. So you have to dig through all these blocks. And then you need to defeat the wall of flesh, which is this giant literal wall of flesh. He has a ton of health. He has 8,000 health, which is a lot for this game. At least before hard mode it is. And yeah, he's pretty tough. But I'm going to use a couple of tricks, which I'll explain on the way, both to get to hell quickly and to defeat the wall of flesh quickly. Whew. So yeah, just creating my character, my world. I've never seen this world before, so it's all new to me. A soft core character was used, but whatever. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a tree. I just need some wood to work with, just to get around, really. You can place them to get up cliffs. You'll see me do it right here. But the first thing I need is 50 silver. And after 50 silver, I need an explosive of any sort. I can get grenades, I can get bombs, I can get dynamite. They all work. And what the 50 silver will do is it'll trigger the merchant to show up. And what the explosives will do is trigger the demolitions to show up. And I need both of these NPCs because I need to buy several key items from them, which I'll explain when I'm actually buying them from them later in the run. So I see a pretty big cave and a chest, which is always good. Chests always have, or usually have, a good chunk of money in them, so that's good. But you'll see pretty soon as I fall down this hole, I find something incredibly lucky. Right here, I'm going to drop down and I see a little mine shaft, which means a gold chest. And a gold chest is not only one of the items I need for the run, for a glitch later I'm going to show you, but this chest also had 58 silver and bombs in it. So look at that, a minute and a half in, I have all the requirements for the demolitionist and the merchant to show up. So I immediately just save and exit warp, which puts you back at your spawn point, and start building my house. So that was an incredibly good find. Unfortunately, I couldn't take the gold chest with me because I didn't have the wood for a hammer. So that was kind of funny, but I'm just going to have to go back and grab it in a bit. So yeah, now I just have to chop some trees down and build a house. You need to have suitable homes for these NPCs to show up. And you'll notice my house split is actually still going to be late, even though, I seem to get really lucky there. And this is because I have kind of new strats for the very beginning of the game, because I found out a little more about how the NPCs are spawned. And basically, here's how it works. Every 2 minutes, so basically when my little timer on the left says 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, so on, the game checks your character, and it sees which requirements you meet for which NPCs, and then it picks the one that you have the requirements for that has the highest priority. They all have like a priority, so they show up in a certain order. And it begins attempting to spawn this NPC. So by running and grabbing the items first, I can get the requirements for them in a much earlier 2-minute interval, so they begin trying to show up. Because them showing up is still very random. It's a very random formula how they show up. So I want more, I guess, like rolls on them showing up. So I get the guys first, or the requirements first, and then I build the house for them. And it really has saved a lot of runs. And you'll see it really paid off in this run in a little bit. I'm going to get very early spawns on both the NPCs. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, plus 10 seconds. Honestly, that's not bad. I'd been doing runs, and I'd be like plus a minute, and the runs would still work out. I'd still be saving times. So that's actually like plus 9 seconds is actually like a really good split for the house building, because that was with the old strats where I built the house at the beginning of the game. So yeah, I basically need to go grab that gold chest now. I'm going to need it later for a glitch, which I'll explain when I get to the glitch. But, kind of make a weird choice here. It didn't really pay off. It's kind of a waste of time. But, I decided to run down this hole and just see what there was. Mainly the only other item I really need is, I need to find a boulder trap somewhere on the map. And, this is the other component to the glitch that I'm going to be doing in a bit, which I'll explain when I get to it. But look at that. The merchant showed up at 4 minutes and 13 seconds in. Just completely crushing my old record for when he shows up. So that was just awesome. The new strats really paid off. You know, normally I shoot for having 50 silver before 4 minutes in. I had it before 2 minutes in. So he was already like attempting to spawn 2 minutes into the game, which is incredibly early, and that's why he's here, you know, 3.5 minutes earlier than usual. And yeah, you see that cavern really flopped. I didn't find anything down there. I actually ran into a bunch of black slimes, and I have like no weapons because I have only opened 2 chests. So I just kind of was like, alright, screw this. I gotta go grab that gold chest. The merchant spawned so early, I don't want to waste this run. I know where a gold chest is, so I'm just gonna go grab it. So, I head back down this hole. I'm basically just gonna grab the gold chest and then look around down here for a boulder trap. So yeah, one annoying thing about this hole is it's barely close enough to the corruption that I can get devourers to spawn. You see that's a big fat worm that hit a 30 on me almost. But luckily, just to the left here is not corruption. And if you're not in corruption anymore, devourers will just despawn. So we just left. That could have easily killed me and wasted even more time, but I got a little lucky there. So yeah, now I'm just on a hunt for a boulder trap. That's really all I need now. And I just mess up doing it and get hit by a dart trap there, but I want to grab this pressure plate. And I'm going to use a little trick. Basically, if you're selected on an item that uses wires, then the game will reveal all wires nearby to you. You can see in the top left here, right here, you'll see a red wire appear for just a second if I select it. And that helps me find not only dart traps so I don't die to them, but it also helps me find boulder traps because boulder traps just have a straight vertical wire going from the switch to the boulder. Grab a life crystal here. I can't use it yet because I don't want the nurse to spawn. I want the demolitions to spawn. And the nurse will spawn if you have more than 100 health. So I just hang on to it for now. And I'm getting a little upset because usually boulder trap's not that hard to find, and I'm just not finding any in this hole, and it's frustrating because the run's going so well. Not really finding any traps, not even dart traps. So yeah, I was a little disappointed, but look at that. Demolitionist shows up. He saves even more time than the merchant did. 4 minutes almost 4 full minutes sooner than last record. So new strats totally paid off. Honestly, the demolitionist showed up earlier than the merchant usually does, so that's like ridiculous. And now I'm just like, come on, dude, how can everything work out so well and I just can't find a stupid boulder trap? I'm just looking at everywhere, go all the way down this cave. I have no like weapons. I can't fight these skeletons. I just have to like jump around them. I use my life crystal now because the demolitionist showed up. I can't even grab that life crystal because everything's chasing me. So I just run down here, and then, whoa, lava already. I'm already to lava, but then Piranha just totally wrecks me. So that was my first death. But seeing lava basically means I'm really close to hell. So that means that cavern goes very low, which is insane. It means I'm going to have a very, very quick trip to hell. Not going to take much time. Yes, my god there is stuck. He's been stuck on that platform this entire time. Whenever he runs into that wood block, he kind of like hops off. It's pretty funny. He's doing that the whole run. It's really funny. Anyways, so I'm pretty angry right now because I still need that stupid boulder trap. So I go down this hole that I never went down because I didn't have any torches when I was next to my house. And look at that. There's a boulder trap right there, just alone. Just like there's nothing else in this hole but a boulder trap. So that was like an amazing find. This is like the minimum depth that you can find a boulder trap too. Right when you hit the rock layer, you can find them. So, and you know you're in the rock layer by the little rocks in the backdrop there. But yeah, so now I'm going to do a glitch called the infinite chest glitch. So basically how this glitch works is when you place a gold chest on active stone blocks and then you put an item in it, or any chest really, and then you deactivate the stone blocks, the game really wants to break off the gold chest, but since there's an item in it, it won't do it because it doesn't want you to lose the item. So so what it does instead is it kind of like pops it off and leaves it there. So you kind of duplicate a couple of chests there. But once the active stone blocks are inactive and the chest is just floating there, everything interacts really weirdly with the gold chest. And everything will just like generate a bunch of chests. So basically the fastest way to dupe them is to try to place a gold chest onto a gold chest that's already there, that's floating in the air. And you'll see, or you just saw, it like rapid fire shoots gold chests at me. All those gold chests in my inventory are full stacks of gold chests, 99 gold chests each. And they sell for 10 silver each. So that's like well over 2 platinum, which will give me all the items I need. So this run got saved by that really lucky find down there. Basically just selling everything in my inventory now. So now I go on a bit of a shopping spree. From the merchant, I am going to buy a mining helmet just for convenience, a piggy bank, two piggy banks, one to leave at my house and one for my inventory. Piggy bank's basically an extension of my inventory, which I'm going to fill with dynamite in a bit. And I'm going to buy a stack of shurikens for killing some weaker things pretty easily. Okay, and then from the demolitionist, I need 2 stacks of grenades. Grenades will be my main weapon for the enemies in hell. They're a little awkward to use, but they're definitely the best weapon I can get. So they have this kind of weird, awkward lob shot. It's kind of mid-range. And they do 60 damage, which is a decent amount. And they explode on impact, which is really nice. So if I land one on an enemy, it'll just blow up immediately. But if I'm too close to them when they blow up, I take 120 damage. And if you look at my health, I have 120 health. So if a grenade blows up too close to me, I die. But I've gotten pretty good with them, and they are the best I can get. The best weapon I can get, really. But, anyways, the other item I'm going to buy is tons and tons of dynamite. And dynamite has 2 uses in this game, or run. The first one is it blows up a huge area of blocks around it. And I'm going to use that fact to dig to hell very quickly by just chucking tons of dynamite in caves and just blowing huge holes into hell. And then the other use it has is damage. So they have this awkward throw. You can't really use them against regular enemies. They take like 5 or 6 seconds to blow up, so it's a pretty long time. But they do 250 damage on explosion. And like the way they explode everything makes them kind of useless for regular enemies. But what I'm actually going to do with them is kill the wall of flesh with them. So basically, once I get to hell, I'm going to build a really long, flat bridge across hell. And then I'm going to summon the wall of flesh. And he's just this huge wall of flesh that moves from one side of the screen to the other. So really predictable movement, really huge hitbox, easy to hit. So dynamite's perfect for him. And I'm just going to chuck dynamite at certain time intervals so they blow up as he crosses them. And he's just going to die really quickly. So that's 2 uses of grenades. And you'll also see I threw, dynamite. You also see I threw dynamite once at a tree. That was just to get some wood. I made a stack of wood platforms. That's just kind of for easing my way into hell. I'm probably going to have a bunch of, really big gaps from this dynamite. And if I fall too far, I'll just die. So, important to have that. So I'm going to go back down this cave where I found the gold chest because I saw how low it went. I'm basically going to backtrack once again down this cave, back to where that piranha killed me, and I saw the lava because I was as low as it went. And then I'm just going to start chucking grenades. I keep calling them grenades. Chucking dynamite until I'm in hell. So you'll see, I mean, you can see I'm very ahead of schedule. And this split's going to be so good because I'm going to be so close to hell already without throwing any dynamite, which saves a lot of time. Yeah, I'm probably going to stay away from this category for a while now because it's going to be forever until I get such a good world again. And I mean, something lower than this time is definitely possible. I mean, I died a while ago, and I'm going to die in a little while too. Spoiler alert. But so the run could be improved, but I mean, I'd also have to get a world this good and then never die, and you know, have everything spawn nicely. And there's just so much RNG to it. But I'm going to try some other categories for Terraria, so I'll keep it coming. Yeah, I can finally grab this life crystal that I passed earlier. So 140 health, still pretty low. Very low for going to hell. But here I am, so I'm just going to start chucking dynamite. And you're going to see it's going to hit that little giant worm. Boom. Yeah, 200-something damage to all 4 of his segments. So the damage output of it is insane, but landing it isn't easy on regular enemies. It's pretty much impossible. That was just lucky that it hit him, so whatever. This is kind of funny. I have like lava falling onto my water, and when lava touches water, it turns into obsidian. So I'm kind of like getting cased in, but then I have lava kind of like chasing me. So I have all these weird little interactions with the lava and the water here. And as I'm going, I do want to try to grab these blocks that it's generating, because I'm going to need them to build a bridge. I need like maybe a stack, 2 stacks of stone blocks, dirt blocks, whatever. Anything works. So that's why I go down every once in a while and grab the blocks. I think I already have enough though. So I'm already almost to hell. Like, I hardly had to do any digging to get there. That cave was ridiculous. But we're coming up on the hardest part. And of course, this is the part that's going to kill me. I make it to hell. So there's my split, hell. But this is just the hardest part. When you first get to hell, you're in this awkward little dugout. Yeah, see, and I died of my own grenade. I couldn't see it because it was covered in the lava. I just forgot I even threw it. But anyways, hell is hard already. Just being in hell at this point of the game is not safe. When a normal player gets to hell, they probably have like almost 400 health. They have armor of some sort. I have a mining helmet, nothing else. I have 1 defense. They have decent weapons, not grenades that will kill you. And they have like things like cloud in a bottle or grappling hook and all these items like mobility to get around. I don't have any of that, you know, so it's very difficult. But once I get on the bridge, you know, once I start building the bridge and, you know, I'm staying on this nice flat area, it's pretty easy for me to land my grenades on things and survive. But when I first get there and I'm in this awkward little like dugout from the dynamites I've been throwing, it's just like the worst vantage point ever. And like if enough things spawn in there and are like flying around in this little area, like, or imps teleport in there, demons and hell bats flying in, like, it's so hard to deal with everything. And you're gonna see I'm gonna have a ton of trouble even the second time around, just getting around. But I'm already almost there. I moved pretty quickly, so that's good. I mean, that death still wasted about 2 minutes, maybe a little more than 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. But yeah, here I am with that little wood platform thing I made. And here's a cool little trick I do to ease my way into hell. I let this water drain off, and then I can kind of ride the water down to avoid falling damage. That's kind of a nice trick. And I can use the water because I know that lava was kind of got stuck in the middle. Like, see, so it's good that I had some water here to turn that lava into obsidian, or else I would have had a whole new problem to deal with. So yeah, I had to kind of like re-dig that spot because kind of the obsidian just like crusted over the hole. And I'm almost back, but that lava is scaring me. And I actually do something pretty cool to keep it from, landing on my little platform down there, my little landing spot. So really quickly, I grab my stone blocks, and I build a little container for this lava so it doesn't drain down to where I'm about to go. So that was clutch, actually. I mean, if it had fallen down there, I wouldn't have been able to, go down. But here I am, back where I died. And so I'm basically just going to build these wood platforms down to ease my way in. But of course, I have all these things spawning. There's that demon down there, he's shooting at me. And I keep missing, just barely. And then he gets stuck on that little corner, and I can't go down there, because if I go down there, it'll hit me. And now I have an imp shooting at me, that's where those fireballs are coming from. There's another bat coming up. And there's the imp, he just teleported me, so that was good. And as you can see, it is just so hard. I just tried to throw a dynamite, thought I could land it right there, but it just rolled off. Then the demon comes up, so that's good. He's still hard to fight, but I manage. Another imp spawns, I get him too. I'm like, okay, now I can go down, now we're good. And of course, on my way down, another demon and 2 bats. Luckily, I make a good grenade shot that gets both the bats and the demon, so that was good. And now I'm finally ready to go down. And now that I've dropped down, now that I've started building my bridge, I'm pretty safe. It's a lot easier for me to maneuver around once I, get to work on the bridge. So now, basically just building this bridge. So the way you summon the wall of flesh, you need a voodoo doll. What you do with the voodoo doll is you throw it into the lava, and when it lands in the lava, the wall of flesh spawns. But first I need to get a voodoo doll. And to get a voodoo doll, you need to kill a voodoo demon, which is basically, it's the guy you see in the little bottom left corner of my screen. It's a demon holding a voodoo doll. Now, they do not have a very high spawn rate. Demons spawn at a 1 in 8 chance, and voodoo demons are a 1 in 7 chance for every demon. So every 7 demons is a voodoo demon, or statistically. So it works out to be like a 1.7% chance that anything that spawns will be a voodoo demon. So it's not too likely. It's a little frustrating. That's another harsh part of this run, is you can get to hell super quickly, but then you can sit in hell for 20 minutes just waiting for a voodoo demon to show up, and he just never does. So I'm going to smash some pots. Once you get to hell, the pots have a chance to contain healing potions, which heal 100. And I'd like to have just one of those for the boss fight. You can only drink 1 potion every 60 seconds, so that can just be my 1 potion. It's another 100 health that I have, technically, so it's kind of nice to have. And I think I find one in this hole right here. Yeah, there it is. There's bats down there, so I have to kill them first to land some weird grenade shots. Gonna try to hit that bat. And I see an obsidian skin potion fall in the lava there. Obsidian skin potions give you immunity to lava. So they're a really nice liability to have. So I make a kind of questionable choice here. I actually go back down and see if I can get close enough to where it fell so that I can grab it through the wall. But I just can't quite reach it. So that was a little frustrating. But I got back out safely. If enough things spawned above me, I could have kind of died there. It's pretty dangerous to go down those houses for a long period of time. But then, boom, right over there, there's a voodoo demon. Right behind that house. He's in a terrible spot, though. I can't really get to him. But luckily, my bridge still isn't really as long as I want it to be. So I don't mind, continuing to build it while I wait for him. And then he gets stuck in the house. So I know I'm going to have to do some weird stuff to get to him. And I got to drain all these little pockets of lava so I can get to the house. But I'm excited. I'm hyped because I know this is going to be a good run. I mean, I got the voodoo demon. I'm ready to go. Just have to kill him. So I break away this ash, and then I decide to throw a dynamite to blow a big hole in that house so I can, maybe some things will fly out and I can try to get to that voodoo demon. The bat runs down there, so I don't really worry about him anymore. So the voodoo demon's still stuck like on the 2nd level. Luckily he comes down, So now what I do is I start making these little lob shots like that. And then just one more will kill him. I missed there, but I just run back in before the grenade explodes and boom. There we go. Got him. Got the voodoo doll. And I'm pretty much ready to fight him. Just got to make sure there's nothing spawning around me, because, I don't want something to spawn right when I fight the boss and then fuck everything up. Oh, and then this guy shows up. Luckily, I do a little trick. I run into him on purpose to trigger my invincibility frames, and then I chuck a grenade straight onto him, and the explosion doesn't hurt me because I'm still invincible. So it's a good little trick to take care of those guys. But now I'm ready to go. I'm moving my grenades to my hotbar. Dynamite to my hotbar so I can spam through them and scroll through them. I throw the demon in, the doll in, and I'm ready to go. So that's the wall flesh. That's what he looks like. You've never seen him. It's kind of gross. But this fight actually goes really well. You see I just trashed all those tentacles, or a big chunk of them anyway. I didn't get them all. As you can see, as he's walking, the dynamite is exploding on him. Some of them are hitting him twice, actually. It's hitting 2 of those different eyes. So that's like 500 damage. So he dies pretty quickly. And I'm like, alright, I got it. And then, look at this. In just a second, this imp is going to spawn. Boom, look at right there, And that totally kills me that he spawned. But I look at his health, 66 health up, boom, dead. So, I did die, but he died too. So the run's still done. Barely made it. It's pretty awesome. And that's the run. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions, you can message me on YouTube, I guess, or send me a message on Twitch. Name on there is Drixus as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.